this Tampa Bay Buccaneers matchup against the Washington Redskins. I'm your host for the day, Sonny Weaver, alongside Project Fat. Project Fat, we've got an interesting matchup here, Week 11. We've got two teams that aren't notoriously known for being top-level talent, but it should be a good game nonetheless. It looks like we're going to get the Chiefs here with the ball to start. Tell us about these Washington Redskins and what they're looking at.
Yeah, will do, and something that we're definitely gonna have to watch on both sides of the ball. These teams have some young wide receivers to watch, but the guy to look for the Redskins is going to be Drew Williams. He's got 32. He leads the team right now, 32 receptions, 645 yards, 3 touchdown receptions, and this offense has been doing pretty well, especially in the pass game. So that's something that you're really going to have to look for here today.
So the Redskins come to the line in a trip set off to the left-hand side of the quarterback. One running back in the backfield. Quarterback's looking downfield, and it's going to be a quick crosser down the sideline. It's going to take it to the 20, the 10. That's going to be a quick score for the Washington Redskins, and they come out of the gate firing.
Yeah, what a huge play there. Man defense, that's something right now that the Bucs, I'll kind of touch on them real quick, have been having a real big issue with. Their defense is horrible. They went out and spent money on a lot of cornerback position, and it's not turned out well for them so far. As you can see right there, their man coverage skills just aren't that great, and that's going to be something they're really going to have to battle with today, and they're going to have to hope that their offense can be able to move the ball for them.
Yeah, so it looks like Winston's going to get the ball back here about 14 seconds into the first quarter here. Quick strike here, NBL Live Week 11. Now this Washington defense, what do we have to look out here for the Washington defense?
Like I said, you just really got to pay attention. On the opposite side of things, their passing defense has been pretty good. They're doing pretty well in that spot there. Pretty decent against the run as well. So it's going to be, like I said, the defense is much better on the Washington side of the ball.
That's going to be a big handoff there on first down. Doug Martin for 7 yards up the middle. This Washington defense has historically played pretty well. Against this Tampa Bay offense, who can put up points, whose defense has been the struggle. It'll be interesting to see how they can maintain or contain this offense. That's going to be a holding call there on second down and third.
Yeah, and the problems are going to start happening here for Tampa. Another good back-to-back runs there for Doug Martin, and then the holding call there is going to put them in a position where they might have to pass the ball here early on in the game.
And when you get put in this situation, second and 11 is not too bad, but you definitely don't want to get to a third and 11. So hopefully a check down here. Winston does throw the quick out route. Nice move as he works up the sideline, 50-yard line, 40, 30. And I don't think anybody's going to catch him. And this could turn into a track meet here in Washington.
Wow, crazy play there as well. Like you said, 2 humongous plays so far for both teams on offense. Defense really not showing up right now. So this could be a really interesting game to watch.
Yeah, I've had some experience with this Tampa Bay defense before historically, and know they do give up a lot of yards, and the offense can score too. So it'll be interesting. We got Daniels coming back out on the field here, and let's see what he's going to be capable to do. It looks like the Redskins are going to start here. Pretty decent field position, 21-yard line, and that's where the offense will take back over.
Yeah, so here is going to be something interesting. Obviously, the Redskins only ran 1 play on offense to this point in the game, so it's going to be interesting to see if they come out and try and pass the ball maybe one more time, see if they can beat this defense once again, or maybe if they try and switch some things up and start handing the ball off to Alfred Morris there in the backfield.
So it's a spread out look here with Morris in the backfield. You got the 5 down linemen, and that's it. Motion into the backfield, but great run blitz there. It's going to stop them 2 yards back. And that was a nice defensive play there for the Buccaneers.
Great penetration there for the Bucs. Great start there. Now they just have to watch for that passing game. Hopefully the secondary can play a little bit better here from this point forward.
Yeah, Alexander read that all the way. It'll be interesting to see if they try to play action off that later on in the game on first down. Dennis is going to come out in the shotgun here. 4 wide. He drops back. He's looking to the outside, and it's going to be another big play. Tampa may be able to knock him out of bounds. They do pull him down at the 27-yard line. And I'm telling you what, this track meet's just getting started here.
Again, it's going to be a fun game to watch. He's already thrown for 120 yards on just 2 pass attempts. This is crazy here so far early on here in this game. Once again, like I said, this Tampa secondary is in trouble, and this could, like you said, be a track meet for the rest of this game.
So Morris is going to work to the outside there on first down, breaking tackles, gets all the way to the 14-yard line. Good run by Morris, bounced that outside, thought he was going in, saw a little crease to the outside, and this Tampa Bay defense is getting beat up right now.
Tough run there by Alfred Morris, broke a couple tackles to get that first down there. So right now, like I said, this Tampa defense is really, really struggling.
So we got a close formation. Morris is off the field at this point. Play action as they look. Short dump off, but it looks like it's going to come back. Possibly a holding call there on Washington.
And there it is, yeah, on the right tackle there. Another hold penalty here early on in this game. The play didn't really get much anyways, but obviously this is going to push them back a little bit and force them maybe to try and force the ball downfield.
So they line up here, tight formation. Dennis under center. It is going to be a pass. Oh, good pass rush up the middle, though, and he gets the ball just away in the nick of time.
That's going to be the difference here for Tampa. If they can get the pressure on the quarterback, force him to, not give him a ton of time to pick the defense apart. It's going to be that pass rush get to the QB, so that's good to see there.
Sets up for a long 2nd and 20. Dennis drops back and looks, and the ball is broken up. Nice play, nice coverage there by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, great play. He thought he was able to beat the corner, which he was, but the corner was able to recover there nicely to knock that ball down.
So this isn't where you want to be, though, if you're Washington. 3rd and 20. I think you probably go draw or something underneath here. Don't force. Get points on the board and let's move along here. And it looks like Tampa's thinking the same thing as they come out and prevent defense.
The Redskins have it at the 24.
It's going to be play action. They do look deep, and the ball's just barely, almost picked off there. Tampa Bay missed out, but it does look like the Redskins are going to put some points on the board here as they line up for the field goal kick.
Yeah, I think that was a really scary play there. I think they were just trying to force the ball downfield. It looked like they might have had a guy over there on the right side of the formation that was open that they could have hit, possibly, gotten close to that first down there.
So the Redskins sneak it inside the left up right there, and they do go up 10-7. They are going to give it back, though, to this Tampa Bay offense, which, strangely enough, for a 1-8 team, this offense is actually pretty prolific. They're the 7th-ranked offense. However, it's that 32nd defense that tends to give them some issues. So let's see if Tampa Bay can keep the track meet going. If they get into a shootout, I do like Tampa Bay's chances here to win this game.
Yes, they're so far from what it looks like, their defense isn't doing well, so they're going to have to be able to keep up here on the offense. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're able to do here on this possession. I think it's a big possession here for the Buccaneers.
So a handoff there, but nice play, keeping contained. Martin gets stopped there. It's going to be a loss of 1 on first down, set up a 2nd and 11 here for Tampa Bay in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's the second time they've been able to get to Doug Martin quickly as he's received the handoff. So this Redskins defensive line is putting some pressure or beating the guys in the trenches there on the offensive line there for the Bucs.
Winston with the play action. He's looking downfield. He finds a little check off there to Doug Martin, who looks like he's going to be right at the line. I don't know if they're going to give him the first down or not. It looks like it's going to come up just short, 3rd and inches here. And this is a good manageable situation here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Doug Martin is a pretty good back in this situation. I think you give it to him up the middle and let him bang this one in here. Washington with the big stop.
That's going to be close, too.
4th and inches.
Wow.
It looked like Martin may have had it for a second, but Washington read that at the perfect time and just stood him up and brought him down. So Washington's defense holds surprisingly, and they're going to get the ball back up here, 10-7. Looks like about the 25-yard line. So Washington so far, they got off to a rocky start, but they're holding on.
Yeah, their defense, big stop, like I said, big possession for both guys there that last time around. But I think Washington's going to come out passing the ball again. It's worked really well for them. I know that the end of the last drive, the quarterback made some bad reads, but I think that he gets it going again here.
So they come out in single back set with the motion. It's going to be handoff to Morris up the middle. Good run by Morris there. It's going to get him, looks like 4 yards on the play. I'm surprised Washington didn't come off with this. With as quick as Alexander was to read that last first down rushing attempt, I'm surprised they didn't come out with the play action, try to take a shot downfield. I think they may be holding that for a little bit later in the game, but keep an eye out for that as we get deeper into this game. So Dennis is going to drop back. He's looking out. He finds Chuck down out to the 40-yard line, breaking tackles.
Wow.
And this is that Tampa Bay defense we were talking about, 32nd in the league, and that defensive coordinator can't be happy with that tackling attempt there on Alfred Morris.
Yeah, that was bad to watch. Terrible tackling there by the defense. Once again, like you said, they got to figure something out. There's no reason at all that Alfred Morris should have broken both those tackles. If you're not able to bring it down by yourself, the corner was there on the bigger halfback. Hold him up until your other guy comes over able to help you make that tackle there.
Yeah, that was a corner and an outside linebacker. It looked like Levante David had come from the opposite side of the field to finally bring him down. So 1st and 10 here for the Redskins. It's going to be a handoff. Breaks it to the outside, and he goes in untouched. And
wow.
Washington at this point looks to be the one interested in a track meet, and I'm not sure this 32nd defense is going to give them much of a fight.
Nah, it doesn't look like it at all. Already 24 points put up here in the first quarter. There's still some time left. Buccaneers getting the ball back here, but dominant so far offensive performance here for the Redskins.
So if Tampa Bay wants to stay in this game at this point, and it looks like their defense is not sure they got off the bus or not, they're going to have to put up some points this drive. And if I'm Tampa Bay, I'm probably trying to slow it down a little bit. I'm not sure I want this to be a track meet right now. I think I want to try to work down the field, let my defense rest a bit, and try to work on some sort of game plan for this offense.
That would be smart. Like you said, slow it down. Don't try and force it. There's still a ton of time left to be played. There's no reason for them to try and get everything back right now. Still a ton of time. So be patient, and you'll get some big plays from your offense.
So Martin to the outside for not much of a game. What's interesting here is Washington here in the first quarter has already put up 200 yards of offense. This Tampa Bay team, now I think we're starting to see why it's a 1-8 team. This defense not doing much, and the offense right now looks to be a little nervous about getting down too far. And big sack there by Washington, which is going to set up a 3rd and looks like about 14 here for Tampa Bay, and the offense is just not getting started.
Redskins are just swarming to the ball right now. It's a little too easy for them right now. No one even picked up that blitzing linebacker. So really, really difficult game so far here for the Bucs, but their offense seems to be on the field a lot with that defense giving up so many points.
Another check down here. Good move there by the fullback, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It looks like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have to punt here as the end of the first quarter comes to a close. Tampa Bay 7, Washington 17 here as we enter the second quarter, and Washington's about to get the ball back. This is going to be a big drive for Tampa Bay. Is this going to turn into a blowout? Now the question. If they don't stop Washington on this possession, this game's probably over. Jackson's going to return the ball from the 19. He works out to the right-hand side, and he's going to bring it out to about the 34-yard line. And that's where Washington and quarterback Dennis are going to come back on the field and look to try to put this one away early.
At this point, I think they got to continue to push this defense. Still early. You want to try and get as many points as you can here at this point. I still want to see him run the ball a little bit more. I know Alfred Morris has been doing some tough running. These guys clearly can't tackle, so I keep handing the ball off to him and let him do some work for you.
So it is. It's going to be a handoff to Morris here, 2-yard gain. The defense kind of creeped down a little bit. Looks like they were pressing there. I would have liked to see maybe a play-action deep shot to Deshaun Jackson. And I can get playing a little conservative here. It's still early in the game, but that first down is going to be a big opportunity for Washington to kind of put the nail in the coffin here, possibly on this drive with a play-action shot.
Definitely something you'd like to see, but I think, like I said a moment ago, just stick with the run. I think Morris can pick up the first down if they continue to give him the ball.
Dropping back now into the shotgun.
The Tampa Bay comes out with a single high safety look. Washington completes the pass to the crosser there. Dennis having a pretty good game so far, 4 of 7 for 176. Can't really argue with the results so far, and it's going to bring up 3rd and inches here for the Washington defense. And you got to assume Alfred Morris here is going to steamroll his way for this next first down.
I would think so as well. That was Charles Johnson there on that last reception, having a pretty good season so far since he's been brought in on this team.
Yeah, it seems like that was a big acquisition for this offense here in the offseason.
Didn't even see Morris there in the backfield. So
Dennis under center, motions the fullback back behind him. Washington just gets the snap off, throws the little crosser underneath, and he's going to get the first down. It looks like it was a pass there to Deshaun Jackson. It's going to take it out to Tampa Bay's 46-yard line, and they needed that stop desperately, as it looks like Washington's still rolling here in the second quarter, up 17-7.
There again, that man defense reared its ugly head there against the Redskins once again.
And he's going to be tackled right around the 43. Nice job that time by the defense.
German with the run up the middle there. First down for 3 yards. And so Washington here, they're getting the looks they want. They're coming out in sets, a lot of tight sets, working the outside. You know, Tampa Bay's running a lot of cover too. I'd like to see them maybe take a deep shot down the middle. It looks like the safeties are spreading out, trying to work the outsides. A deep shot, maybe a deep post could result in a touchdown here for Washington.
The Redskins take it from the 43.
They come out in that tight set once again, like you were just mentioning.
Up in the air and
Oh, robs the cornerback there. It looked like the cornerback was going to come up and try to pick that off, but Alfred Morris gets up there, gets the ball, and works it upfield there. And good play for Washington, and they keep moving. Here we go, 1st and 10. 24-yard line for Dennis, 4 wide, Morris to his right.
from the 23.
Going to be handoff to Morris up the middle. Good run. He's bouncing off defenders in this Tampa Bay defense. I think they're still in Tampa right now.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Like you said, Morris alone has been breaking a ton of tackles here this game. So Tampa's got to do something if they want to keep this. If they even want to keep this close here, Washington driving down, looking to score once again.
Yeah, it's getting ugly here in Washington, and you know, home field advantage they say can make a difference, but I'm not sure at this point it's making that big of a difference. This defense is playing some uninspired football. The Morris is going to take that handoff up the middle, down to the 8-yard line here with about 2:41 left in the second quarter here in Washington, up 17 to 7 over Tampa Bay. I'm kind of calling it right here. I think it's going to be a corner route. I think they're going to get the tight end involved here, and it's going to be a corner route to the tight end.
Stepping up, ready to spring into action at the 8.
You know, this would be a good time to call that play. So I definitely could, personally, I could see that call myself as well.
Running down.
So we get that tight formation. You know, they do like to pass to the backs out in the flats from this formation as well. So be on the lookout for that, although it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Looks like Washington's playing a little bit safe as the 2-minute warning sounds here. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 5 on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Washington up 17 to 7 over Tampa Bay. You know, this is a big stand here. If Tampa Bay can stop them here, they go down 20 to 7, but it's a heck of a lot better than 24-7. They do get the ball back, I do believe, at halftime. So this stop could be big.
Yeah, just too easy there for the Redskins.
Yeah, you know, the flats have really been killing Tampa Bay. You know, they're running a lot of cover 3 blitzes, and they're not protecting the flats, and it looks like Washington's figured that out. And that's going to be a little bit of a struggle here if they don't make some adjustments to that as we go forward. So Tampa Bay does not hold up. We talked about that being a big deal. If they could score here before the end of the half, it would help a little bit. But, you know, you got to be careful not to cause a turnover here because that could really end this game.
Absolutely nothing out of their previous possession.
Once again, another good point. But I think they have to at least try and do something. They got to get this offense and moving the ball down the field, especially because their defense can't seem to stop a nosebleed at this point. So I think they got to try. Like you said, you don't want to turn the ball over, but if Washington gets a turnover here and is able to get some more points, obviously you don't want that. But Tampa's got to push the ball downfield and try and get some points out of their possession before half.
I like what he did there. You got 2 minutes. You got 3 timeouts. He's working the sideline, using it to his advantage. You don't need to push it downfield. You just need to work downfield. And I think that's going to be key here is don't get greedy. Take what's there. You got plenty of time to score. But if you start trying to force it, you could end this game.
Jameis Winston's made some pretty good passes so far. He's already 4 for 4 early on in this game. So, he's making some good reads and making some easy, quick passes to his receivers.
And that's that forcing what we were just talking about. He got undercut by the safety there. Bad read by Jameis. I think you just jinxed him, so he'll be sending you a letter after the game here. But that sets up a 3rd and 2. Once again, you just need 2 yards, maybe a drag, maybe a zag route, maybe just some sort of check down here, but I don't get too crazy and try pushing it. And it looks like it's going to be a screen, but that thing got sniffed out right away, and that's going to set them back to the 22-yard line. And it looks like Washington's going to get the ball back here, and if I'm Washington, I may call a timeout here, try to conserve a little time.
I would, but they may be saving it for their 2-minute offense there on the other side. And Tampa just kind of kicked the ball pretty quickly to him, so that's kind of interesting to see as well.
Yeah, Tampa punt that ball with 30 seconds left.
Oh!
I think Washington got that ball. Whoa, that could have been a big play there for Washington, or for Tampa. But yeah, Tampa punted that ball with 30 seconds left on the play clock. I'm not sure what they're doing right now. I think everybody, including the coaching staff, is a little discombobulated. Tampa spreads the line. Dennis in the pistol. He's going to hand it off to Morris, and it looks like Washington's playing a little conservative here, up by 3 scores, and I think they're happy to go into the halftime with that lead. But they've got all their timeouts. It would have been interesting to see if they tried to just put this one away. Dennis out of the pistol again, changes the play, it looks like. Morris in the backfield behind him in the pistol set. Going to be an outside handoff for Morris there, cuts it back inside, and he's going to get tackled down 34-yard line. 45 seconds left here in the first half in Washington. Washington up 24-7. That's up a 3rd and 7 here. Fat, do we see a check down here, or do you think Washington's going to attempt to pick this up?
I think they run the ball again, to be completely honest. They're not in a hurry here. Like you were saying a minute ago, they look content with the score the way it is. So I don't even think they do anything. They just hand the ball off and take it into half with the score being the way it is.
So we get a bunch formation here out of Washington, or a close formation. 2 to the left, 1 to the right as far as wide receivers go. Single back in the backfield. Going to be a pitch to the outside. He cuts it back inside, breaks a tackle. And Tampa holds on to him, but barely. It looked like he may have escaped that there for a second, but they did pull him down. That's going to set up a punt here by Washington with about 5 seconds left here in the first half.
That's interesting to me. Tampa just called the timeout there for the punt, but I think if they plan on doing that to begin with, I think they should have done it after that 2nd down play, because you really don't give yourself any time here.
Good play to the outside, though, and this was what they were hoping for. He's going to break it too far to the outside, and he's going to get ran out of bounds there. I would have liked to have seen the guy try to play the hash mark a little bit, give himself a little more room, but he broke to the outside so far that he kind of boxed himself in there on that return. So the second half starts off. Tampa Bay gets the ball here down 7-24 in Washington. And Jameis Winston's going to come out to the 25-yard line and try to lead his team back here in the second half. Fat, what does Tampa Bay have to do here on offense to get started?
On offense, I think Jameis Winston was doing a great job early. Like you were kind of talking about, they just need to move the ball downfield. I know earlier I was saying they need to force it, push it, but I think you're right. They just need to move the ball, get some yards. Another good run right there by Martin. Just little things like that. Once again, they still have a ton of time. They just got to keep control of the ball and then just make some big plays on the defensive side.
Yeah, I was a little worried they would abandon the run, but it's nice to see them come out with the run here at the beginning of the second half. It's going to be important to kind of hold this team, hold this defense with the run, and then take your shots with the pass. Right here would be a place where I take a deep shot, but they're going to go ahead and hand it off anyways. You saw those safeties come up. They're not respecting these wide receivers of Tampa Bay, and I think Winston's got to see that and take his shots there.
Maybe, but once again, Doug Martin there, another tough run. Took a few defenders there to get him down. I think eventually they need to try and get the play action going. Doug Martin's having some decent success on the ground. So eventually here, I think they got to try something downfield where they come out in another jumbo formation.
Winston does find his receiver as he works down to the 36-yard line. Good pass by Winston, good reception. That was a big catch there by Evans for 21 yards, and it looks like the Tampa Bay comes out of the locker room with a little bit of life, and we may have some sort of game here on our hands. Winston audibles a play at the line. It's going to be a play action to Martin. He's looking deep. Looks like Evans went up and snatched that one out of the air down to the 8-yard line, and that was a nice play there by Mike Evans.
Yeah, huge play. That's a big receiver right there, and that's something that Winston has on the side right now. Is I don't think there's any corners that can out-jump this guy. So if they continue to get one-on-one with him, I'd like to see them make that throw a couple more times.
Yeah, nice play there on a 50-50 ball. They both had an equal chance, and Evans just went up and said, I'm not going to let you get that ball here. So Winston drops back, and he's going to get sacked, and that's going to drop him all the way back to the 16-yard line. Good play. That's Russell's second sack of the game, and he's making a difference right now for this Washington defense.
Yeah, nothing special there on that blitz. He just came straight up the middle. That play just took a little bit longer to develop than I think Tampa had hoped, and so they were unable to get the ball off before the sack happened.
Pitch out to Martin. That's going to be a gain of nothing on that pitch. And, the outside runs don't seem to be working as well for the Tampa Bay offense. It looks like they're better off trying to run that ball up the middle, but it looks like they're going to keep trying to work those outside runs, which may cause them some issues. Third and goal here, 16 yards out. They're going to need a field goal at some point. I think they've walked down the field pretty easily here. They've struggled a little bit as they've gotten in the red zone. Maybe a safer throw here. If you don't get it, you at least come away with points and you make it a 2-score game.
The Redskins defense lined up in a 4-6 formation. Third and long.
Got to get to the line here, call this play.
Winston gets it off and just in the neck of time, but and that's going to be a big drop. Wide receiver had in his hands, and he got hit there by, it looks like, the safety, and that's going to be a big drop here, and that's going to set up the field goal unit, and then they're going to punch this one through, and it's now 10-24. Tampa Bay is losing to Washington here in the third quarter. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left here in Washington. Washington's getting the ball back here.
Yeah, so now the defense coming out here, they need to feed off of that offensive drive there by Jameis Winston and the rest of the team. They had a great drive there. They got the ball downfield. Obviously, they would have liked to have come away with a touchdown, but they'll take the 3 points here. Now the defense has got to get them the ball back, and I think they got to do it for them quickly here. So I think this defense needs to try and get a 3 and out here quickly.
Dennis under center with Morris in the backfield. 3 wide receiver set, and Dennis is going to drop back. And he's going to make the completion, but it looks like there could have been a holding possibly. No, it's going to be against the defense, and that's not going well for Tampa Bay here. That's kind of the opposite, I think, of what you were just talking about the defense trying to help them out.
Yeah, I would say so. But once again, Washington's not going to shy away from the passing game right here.
Good run up the middle by Morris, breaking tackles, just shedding them. And that's going to take him to the 46-yard line. Morris is having a really nice game here, both running and catching the ball.
Yeah, I think he has 100 yards of total offensive yards right now from scrimmage so far. A couple big catches, and like you said, kind of just gashing this defense right now. They're just getting lucky that he hasn't, broken anything too big here just yet. But I think they're going to continue to hand this ball off. He's doing his job. The offensive line's doing their job. So, keep handing it to him and try and get this game ran out.
So it's going to be a close formation here for Washington. Dennis under center. Looks like 4 wide receivers set. And Morris in the backfield. And they're going to get it down close to the end of the play clock. It's going to be a handoff to Morris, and he runs into his own lineman. But still after running into his own lineman, manages to pick up 3 yards on the play. I'm not sure anybody in this game right now except his own team can stop Alfred Morris.
Yeah, and they tried to stop him long enough to give the Buccaneers an opportunity to make that play, but Morris just big and strong. He ran into him, regrouped himself, and was able to gain a few yards.
So Tampa Bay's defense is not holding up their end of the bargain right now, as Washington looks to be driving again. They're just outside the 50-yard line here. They're on 49. Dennis in the pistol set. Morris in the backfield, 2nd and 7. It's going to be a passing play as Dennis looks downfield, and
what a catch!
And that is complete. That was a nice little toe tap there at the 41-yard line by the Washington Redskins. It looks like that was Justin Blackman, and haven't heard from him in quite a while.
No, neither have I. But great catch, like you said. Got the feet down. Big conversion there on for the first down.
And Morris, for the first time all game, gets stopped on the first down run, and Tampa's going to get him for a loss of 1. And so it's nice Tampa Bay's defense decided to show up here, but they're going to have to put together a couple stops here, as this one looks like a score here is probably going to mend it. Washington gets the outside, nice block, but the 2 blockers outside run into each other, and that's going to be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, and I like how they're so far at this point they've been getting both backs involved in this offense so far. Both of them are having pretty good games on the ground. I think the backup running back there, Schuerman, is averaging about 7 yards a carry right now.
Yeah, this Washington running attack has been pretty legit up to this point. We got a blackout in Washington.